Yes, that's definitely a market for carriers to pursue. A lot of variation, though, where you are regionally regarding that question. So we see, for instance, in the U.S. market, it is not a good market for U.S. We see Verizon, AT&T pulling back, largely because there are very big cloud providers who do public cloud, Google, Amazon, that's their home base. In a market, other markets in Europe, we see a chance for someone like Deutsche Telekom to be very successful with public cloud because they can dominate this multi-regional market. They have a better view of the languages and the subsegments that are there. And similarly, I think in Asia and China, there's a great opportunity for the operators there to expand upon their public cloud investments because they have a lot of ability to cater to the local needs of the market, which a lot of the global cloud players cannot do. So it becomes a very good opportunity for the carriers to do public cloud in their regions, depending on which region they're in. Yeah, so if we speak of private cloud, defined as the, to use a Huawei term, cloudification of the internal environment, particularly BSS environment or OSS environment, very much see a lot of virtualization. So I would even say 50–60% large carriers virtualized a lot of their platforms. That doesn't mean they've brought them to a cloud environment yet. They haven't moved them to a centralized data center. They haven't created a full orchestrated environment. They tend to be isolated modules of OSS, BSS that now become virtual modules, and so there's some manipulation you can do in an infrastructure for OSS and BSS. So that opportunity is a little bit of a later market, but the newer market that is new opportunity is turning that into a more of a cloud infrastructure. Even then, there'll be slow movement on that because it's a very significant, touching the operation systems and the business management systems of the operator, very sensitive. They're not going to rush to have that done. There's not an immediate cost value for them to do that. More, they're going to look for integration with the new infrastructures for orchestration. We have a lot of activity. It's a real transformation for how we're doing the network part of the delivering of service. We have seen the fast part being willingness to take domains and convert them to NFV. So virtual CPE, IMS, the Evolved Packet Core, these are becoming easy cases for operators to convert to NFV infrastructure. The hard part becomes operationalizing that. So you've got isolated domains that are operating a little bit more efficiently. Now you want to make a majority of your infrastructure NFV. And in order to do that, you have to introduce more automation and more ability to orchestrate across the different domains that are now NFV. So I think that's the right direction. I like the marriage of the cloud with digital transformation because in order to, I've been a strong advocate that in order to determine how to deliver a better digital experience, cloud infrastructure is the right thing for carriers to do, and so to see Huawei move in that direction, it makes sense. It follows, it brings together a lot of the things that I think Huawei's been after the last couple of years, the Telco OS, the discussions about digital transformation, and so I think the bringing it into cloud for carrier is how I interpret it. That makes a lot of sense, and so I saw that as a good way to drive things. And brings beyond, allows the conversation to get past network infrastructure, or is it about wireless broadband, or about IoT? All these things are important and true, but you need something to tie it all in. I think all cloud does that.